And that's where we're keeping our focus this morning, the Kaduna crisis and the security situation that has engulfed Kaduna over the past couple of days now. And that was the governor, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, who on the public broadcast lamented the unruly behavior of those who perpetrated that crime. But joining us on Sunrise Daily to help us understand this further is Captain Ali Umar, retired. I want to thank you so much indeed for joining us on Sunrise Daily. This is happening really. This is happening really at such a time where the Kaduna in the southwestern part of, the northwestern part of the country has enjoyed relative calm over the past years. But this is happening, a communal clash. And then even after the governor has come out to impose curfew, and the police gave us information yesterday that all is well and everything is under control, 3 people were killed, more houses were burnt. What is happening there?
Well, basically, what is happening not only in Kaduna, but from my perspective, nationally, is what you can call an enfranchisement of violence. You see, violence trends today in Nigeria. Violence is big business. And unfortunately, because our government are given to this issue of stereotyping responses to violence, you are beginning to see a situation where, as it happened in Kaduna, even before the effects of the first attack settled, the second one. And the real reason why you see the threats behaving like that is because the law enforcement agencies, and by extension the governments, are deaf. They don't listen. There is an adage in my place that says, that which your ears refuse to hear, your eyes will see. And that's what is happening. There is an enfranchisement of violence that is underscored by this nil consequences attitude our government has unwittingly found itself adopting. If we came close back in time, just close, let's not go far. Let's start from Zamfara down to present day. Despite the hordes of damage, violence, loss of lives, property, we see governments that come and do the following things. The first thing they do is curfew. After they have put together a curfew, they'll have meetings. Then when the clouds are a bit clear and the smokes have been doused, they will visit, high delegation visits. Then you probably see them talking the way you saw the governor doing. Then they'll set up a security meeting and then wait for the next one to happen.
Are you saying that all these don't work?
They're not working, they are aberrant. How many people have been brought to book? You see, the situation in Nigeria has degenerated to such a level where we need bold, decisive, deterrent handling. Our government, our law enforcement agencies, they fall shy of making that statement, of seizing the opportunity.
There and then, you mean?
Beautiful. Sorry for the viewers who don't understand me. It's where the child commits the offense, you correct it. All this English this man is speaking, it's not going to work because the threats have gone beyond that. They are so bold now. You see, there's something social psychologists call the bystander effect. The bystander effect, it simply posits that human beings tend to take behavioral cues from scenarios and situations. The bystander effect actually starts from the fact that people tend to watch the victims die, and the more the people available and around, the likely the chance that any help will come. Somehow, unwittingly, our law enforcement agencies have been caught in this warp we call the bystander effect. Now, the bystander effect itself creates what you call emotional energy. When people find themselves helpless, two things happen. They take cues, both the attacker and the attacked, from what is happening. And the more helpless the attacked, he also begins to get a cue from his attacker that, wait, if these things happen, nothing happens, then we can also just begin to defend ourselves. So what I'm trying to tell you is that that emotional energy, which is actually what you can call an induction, can be exploited positively or negatively. It all depends on your imagination ability. The criminals have it. Law enforcement and government don't seem to have it. Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., they used this induction emotional energy I'm talking about to encourage and inspire their followers to actually agitate peacefully.
And that's what you think is missing in the army formation now?
Now,
or
the abeyance
security
we are
apparatus?
getting, beautiful. The abeyance we are getting, the lack of decisive, bold handling and prosecution, timely prosecution, is also an induction that inspires the criminals and makes them bolder. Until we do something about it, one day they will take a state house, mark my words.
They did something about it. The police arrested 22 people
Arrested
this.
22 people, excuse me. I have had that.
Isn't that enough?
More than enough. Arrest is not enough. Arrest is just the scratch. If you asked me, based on what I have been able to see since Jos, Dogona Hawa, if you recall Dogona Hawa, and I start coming down up to present day, by now, our government and law enforcement agencies should have declared a state of emergency on this kind of conduct and hung somebody. You see, there are certain statements you make once and for all. If you lack the courage to make those statements and you continue to give to what we call polemics and what you call demagoguery, people will continue to die. We bury people in mass graves. And the same places, the same locations have become recurrent decimals. Recurrent decimals. And these recurrent decimals are not looking to learn or heal. By now, if I was in position, I'll provide a solution. If I was the governor who just spoke, I wouldn't be talking. I will be sending out a warning, and I will appeal to traditional rulers and parents to talk to their children. If you come out to take people's lives, I will take yours. We've come to that level. Let's not begin to mince words here.
But that has to go through some judicial process, you know.
Whatever the judiciary will do, those of them who, even the judiciary who try to infract justice, I will treat you as saboteurs. Because this country has only one thing Nigerians agree with now. If you speak politics, we balkanize. Religion will balkanize. If you talk ethnicity, we balkanize, and so on and so forth. The only one thing Nigerians agree on right now is fear. There is a national fear index that is unanimous. Anywhere you go in Nigeria today, I will give you a quotient indicator of the fear levels. Anything, everything can happen anywhere and everywhere, and it's not good enough until we remove that perception by those who are handling the perpetrators of these violent and gory acts, that nothing will happen. You will not see it abate. Rather, the threat will get bolder, and then it will be exploited. It's political season right now.
And you say there's no political will to try to address this concern?
Absolutely none. I ain't seen none but verbiages. I've said it once in this studio when something happened in the past. Let's repeat it. Plus minus 3 weeks. Let's see where this goes. Plus the 22 who have been arrested.